Yo, what's the hash? It's 3900. The billing, man. Hold up, let's get straight to it. Man, I just want to, because it's been something that I've been seeing around on social media for a while, and this is whole foundational and tether thing. And as far as foundationals are concerned, I have no problem whatsoever with the delineation of, excuse me, foundational Black Americans to any and all other diaspora of Black folks. With that said, now for total transparency, my father is from South America, Salt America, as he would say, Salt. And my mother is from North America, the Mississippi River Valley to be the Mississippi Delta. My bad, the Mississippi Delta to be exact. Hold on, we're gonna go here with it. So now if I tell people my ancestry, right? So people, oh, you're a tether, you're a tether. Now this whole tether thing, right? Fact. What am I going? Let me get this. Fact.
General Shaw.
We don't do that to him.
Jax. Serena. The
Gateway.
Finish him. Fatality. Rain wins.
Yo, that shit's tough. That shit's tough. But all right. So if I were to tell somebody what my ancestry is, right? You know, that being half South American. And the country in South America where my father's from is a Caribbean country. It's the only country in South America that's a part of the Caribbean Union. And it's the only country in South America that where the official language is English, right? Because I've heard this tether talk. You know, I've heard, certain people, you got these faceless avatars, are these talking avatars and stuff on these social media comment sections that want to throw out this tether, 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 tether. Okay, let me just say this. My father fought in the, let me just put it like this. My issue with immigrants and people who come here is that they are taking from the system and they're not putting in, or they're not putting in the equivalent of what they're taking out of it. You get what I'm saying? You have illegals coming over here. Our tax dollars are being given to them to fund their lifestyle, and they're off the books and they're not paying taxes. So they're not putting back in. In a lot of cases, they're taking our tax dollars, subsidizing their life here, and also sending the money back to Mexico or wherever the fuck they're from. That's my issue. And I think Trump needs to go ahead and, make Mexico an offer that they can't refuse. Because it's like, shit, our tax dollars is help funding your economy anyway. You get what I'm saying? But that's another story for another day. So there's that. That's my issue with migrants. Now, with that said, my father served in the Vietnam War. He was a medic in the Vietnam War. So that means he was front line patching niggas up. You get what I'm saying? And chances are they put him in a black unit. So if your granddaddy served in the Vietnam War and your granddaddy was wounded in the Vietnam, there's a good chance my daddy patched his ass up and saved his motherfucking life. You're welcome, nigga. Now, with that said, not only that, my father also was so that was his federal civil service. My, my father served his country at the federal level, that being the DOD. At the local level, my father was a civil servant with the for the city of Kansas City as a police officer. So my father served the federal government and the local government. My father poured back into the country. Not only did he came over here for a better life, yes, and he took his lion's share, he took his share, but he also paid back into it. You get what I'm saying? Now, my issue with quote unquote foundational, some, not all, some foundational Americans, right, is they would like to throw out this term because it's a buzzword. Tether, 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 tether. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like calling somebody an African booty scratcher. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, wait a minute. Let's look at your background. You grew up, hold on. You grew up in the projects, receiving government assistance, food stamp, and other federal and state subsidies, right? You are raising your children in the projects. Now, this is an extreme case. Your parents grew up in the projects. Your parents then turned around and raised you in the projects, and now you have turned around and you're raising your children in the projects. That's 3 generations of people who are on government assistance of some various stripe. You are no different, or there's a lot of similarities, let me say, to you and these migrants, because you're taking away, you're taking out of the system and you're not putting back in. You get what I'm saying? So you, sir, ma'am, whomever you are, you do not have the right to sit up here and peruse these social media streets throwing out this tether shit. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now, I know that was an extreme case when I just broke down 3 generations of you know, government assistance and project babies. But do you get what I'm saying? How can you be a foundational? Because foundation denotes the support system. You are indeed the support system. How can you be a foundational? How can you be a part of the foundation if you've done nothing but take and you have not put in? Put it like this, right? Let me put it another way. Let's say it's a barbecue, right? You have a barbecue, whether it's a family barbecue or it's just with your friends. You call up all the guys, you call up all your folks, right? Whatever the case is, whether it's a holiday function or it's just a weekend function. Y'all go to the park, y'all get a shelter at the park, you know. But then you got one of the guys, they show up, they don't bring a case of soda, they don't bring some paper plates and napkins. They don't even bring a pack of beer. They don't bring any weed. They don't bring any, they don't even bring backwoods. They just bring empty pockets and an appetite. So they come, they sitting up here, every time you turn around, they in the cooler grabbing another beer. Every time the cap of the bottle come up off the Hennessy, they got they fingers out with their little shotgun. Let me get that. Let me get some of that, man. Every time the blunt come around, they retching for it and trying to pinch it to their lips. Every time the chicken is done, they got a plate. They done ate 2, 3 plates already. You get what I'm saying? But then they all on Snapchat taking pictures and putting all on their Instagram story. Man, we doing it big at the barbecue, man. Man, look at these ribs. Look at these chicken wings. Look at these chickens on the. Like, nigga, we doing it big. What is you talking about? You just came here and just ate and drank up a bunch of shit. You didn't put in on any. You didn't put in on it, man. You get what I'm saying? That is my issue. Don't be sitting up here talking about throwing out this tether business and you not putting in. You get what I'm saying? And that goes for you jokers who did that PPP loan scam too. Cause that was federal funds. And you niggas scam. I don't if you did that PPP loan scam or whatever you call it, I think in LA they call it EDD or whatever. I'm from the Midwest, we call it PPP, right? If you did that PPP scam and you didn't actually use it, you just faked a bunch of shit and just put some rims on your car and just turned around and bought a charger with it. Nigga, don't tell me shit. I don't want to hear foundational, tether, none of that business come out your mouth. You got some ground to make up. You got some ground to make up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing a lot of people, and on both sides. I'm not just taking, the foundational or the Sulani folks to task. No, on both sides, you know? But yeah, man, don't be talking all that business, man, and you not putting in, bro. You know. Because as far as I'm concerned, man, my father was more American than a lot of y'all. Than a lot of y'all people throwing out this tether business. My father was more American than you'll ever be. You get what I'm saying? But I hope that makes sense. If you get offended by what I said, then whatever, fuck you.